You join. Why do you want to go? How do you want to go? Where are you going? What will you do when you get there? So that just not to say don't go.
Interesting. So a lot of our peers are out of the country now, right? Thankfully, you've had the opportunity to travel, far and wide. So you know what the experience is over there and what the experience is over here. So my question is two-pronged. First, is the grass truly greener over there? And should our peers or other people who have even jackpot, much longer, should they consider investing here, or maybe just consider investing only in the country where they currently reside?
The grass is not greener on the other side. It's synthetic fiber. If you water your own, it will grow anywhere. Yeah. And so one of the things you need to understand is that for a lot of people that have traveled, many of them migrated for economic reasons.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong in that. But years ago, I did a series called Before You Join the Jackpot Bandwagon. It's on my YouTube channel at Dr. Olumide Emmanuel on YouTube. It was a 4-part series that became a 6-part series. Before you join the Jackpot Bandwagon, I did Jackpot Love, then Jackpot versus Jackpot Da, and all the stuff. Because I realized that a lot of people were and it's not new, they were just going. No vision, no direction. So I told them, before you join, why do you want to go? How do you want to go? Where are you going? What will you do when you get there? So that just not to say don't go. Because you think that it is well, but it's not well. Many people sleep in library, they sleep on the road. Many people have gone through all kinds of stuff that they can't share with you, but they are still taking pictures with people's car. They are still taking pictures with people's houses. They are sending it to you, they are preparing you. Making the pepper there, as they paying them because they sweet us, and you are just being deceived. And at the end of the day, nothing. So the grass is not greener, because when people now get there, they now realize that wow. So for them, they already know their reality. You don't need to tell them. It's only those that are here that will tell. But listen to me. It's like Misa. It's a mindset. Once a man's mind is locked on traveling, anything you like, say they will go. We say, you don't go. The way other people survive. Till tomorrow, people are still going through the wilderness, going through Libya, they are still going through the river in Italy. If somebody died, they say all of them don't die now. Maybe Naomi be that. They will still go. So let them go. Because you see, if you don't learn by revelation, you learn by experience.
It's true.
So there's no point. Don't waste time on all those things. It's your life experience. But just know that actions have consequences.
It's true.
But to now go to the second one, if you are there and you say, should you invest there or invest here? If you are there, and that is where you want to live the rest of your life, then that is your primary place to invest. Yeah. Nigeria is secondary. Because if you are there, you need to first of all understand the economic environment in that location, and then see how you can stabilize yourself in that place by owning homes, owning investment that will help you to come out of the rat race there. Because see, when people don't understand that, I have a master class I do, it's called How to Create Wealth as a Career Person. In fact, we've done that in Canada, in Nigeria, we're doing America later this summer. And it's all about helping them to understand the economic environment. When you go to the Western world, you are in a capitalist environment. Capitalism is not built for salary earners. It's built for entrepreneurs and investors. As a salary earner, you are one of the tools of capitalism. So if you are there, which many of them do 2, 3, 4 jobs, you are just being completely stupid. Because the more 2, 3, 4 jobs you do, the more you earn money to enter into a higher tax bracket, and they tax you before. So instead of you to do 2, 3, 4 jobs, do your main job and start doing businesses and understanding entrepreneurship, so that you can see how you can transit into entrepreneurship and being an investor. So once you understand your economic environment, and then you begin to know how to create wealth, once you have stabilized in that place, then you can now begin to explore what you can do back home. But when it comes to investing back home, there are questions you need to answer. Are there stakeholders at home? Do you have father, mother, brother, sister, or people that are asking for money at home? Number 2, are you going to be coming back home regularly?
To check on it.
Do you understand? And number 3, are you planning to relocate back home at a point in your life? Number 4, are your children interested in anything back home? If you don't consider all these things, you just go and invest. As I'm sitting before you right now, I have a lot of people that have sent their children abroad. The children are not coming back. Hotel, houses, chamber, hospital, clinic, schools, everything. Everywhere. Nobody's coming back. 8-bedroom mansion. Cockroach is there. They have houses, the children are not interested. So don't say I'm doing it for my children. No, answer. Because if you take $10,000 and change it to Naira, it becomes about 16, 17 million. If you invest that 17 million a year, you can get a return on investment that you will never get anywhere. In real estate, you can get 30%, 50% return. In Nigeria, legit. But by the time you get that 50%, because you are bringing your money from a high currency to a low currency, by the time you do that and get the 20% or 30%, 40%, by the time you want to convert the money back to dollar, your money is now $8,000. You have lost money. So when you are coming to invest in Nigeria, don't invest in Nigeria for dollar return. Invest in Nigeria for naira return to take care of your naira deals. So that if you want to come for 30 December, you are locked down. You don't need to bring any money. Just come, you enjoy your life, and you come to our shortlet, you come to our resort, you come to our lake, you come to our golf course, you do all kind of stuff, and then you return. If you want to send money to people, you can just do your transfer without having to change money from there. Then you do that. So I advise people that no matter who you are, as long as you are in Nigeria, you must have at least one investment in real estate in Nigeria, because it is not an accident that you were born in Nigeria. So you must be represented in your culture and where you are born from, because you never know what happened in Ukraine can happen to you. What happened in other places can happen to you. I have a friend that's been in Ukraine for 30 years. He left as a refugee.
Wow.
30 years, all his investment are in Ukraine. The only investment he has outside Ukraine is the investment he has with us in Nigeria and the one we helped him get in America. That's all. What if he doesn't have those two? And there are people like that are thinking that it can never happen. Look at what Trump is doing now. It can't happen. One day, they don't talk now, visa now.
3 months. 3 months, one entry.
Before you know it, all of you that think you are safe, you just
in
say
America,
one day
right?
you're not safe. Then in Nigeria, you are saying that shit can't.
They'll start bringing you back
You
here.
will now realize that this is the country. Because I don't understand why you will call your country a shit. Where they born now shit them born you. Don't you even know it's an insult to yourself and it's a revelation of your deficient knowledge to be insulting your country. Nigeria has never failed anybody. It is Nigerians that fail people. The president is not Nigerian, he's a Nigerian. All the governors are not that they are a Nigerian. So don't blame the country for the people in the country. And they are not foreigners. If you get there, will you do better? So let's just stop all this nonsense about insulting Nigeria. Nigeria is still one of the best countries in the world, but Nigerians are one of the most complex people. So don't blame Nigeria, blame Nigerians.
I absolutely agree.
I do honestly
agree.
like I should. Honestly, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, this is really insightful. But if we have somebody now listening to us with little or no capital, where do you advise them to start from?
Start with knowledge. If you know better, you do better. You see, if you're not informed, you'll be deformed. If you're not inspired, you will expire. If you're not updated, you'll be outdated. What you know determines how far you go. Those who know rule over those who do not know. Start with knowledge. The same you that say you don't have money, you have data to gossip. You have data to be scrolling.
Or wasting.
And be saying, see who broke whose person's heart, who did BB hair. What is that same phone? How can you have a smartphone and be dumb? So you have a smartphone, be smart about it. There's Google, there's ChatGPT, there's AI, there's YouTube. Use it to educate yourself. It begins with knowledge. Once you begin to educate yourself, you will now begin to move from hard work to smart work. The fractional thing I say, okay, I may not have money, but I have friends that have money. What can I sell to them? That can, because money flows in exchange for value. Money flows in exchange for problem solve. Money flows in exchange for goods and services. Okay, so I can begin to sell this, I can begin to sell that, I can begin to do that. Then before you know it, as you're offering value, money is flowing. And then I can maximize my network. Oh, guys, let's come together. Let's put more. I will coordinate it. And for coordinating it, I get 1%, 2%. That's it. So it's knowledge first. If I give you money, I said it earlier on, any money you don't have the wisdom to make, you will not have the wisdom to manage it. So start with knowledge. When you have the knowledge, everything you are looking for is already around you, only waiting for your discovery. Have you noticed that if you make up your mind now that you want to buy a red Camry or a red or a blue Range Rover, the very minute you say it and you make up your mind, when you get out, you start seeing them. If you buy a Range Rover now, maybe before you bought the car, you didn't see it. The very minute you buy, everywhere you go,
everybody has
it has existed. It was you that came into that frequency. So everything you are looking for is already there. They are not going to create anything for you. It's already there. But because you are not in that frequency, you are blind. Once you enter that frequency, you will start seeing money everywhere. You will start seeing opportunities everywhere. So it's all and that knowledge is what tunes you to the frequency of wealth. And it just begins to flow.
For a lot of people, this is their morning when they are getting to hear things like this. So what is that fail-proof template that you think if anybody with half a brain executes this judiciously, they are sure that they, over time, they can look back and say, I've built something substantial for myself.
The three things that helps you to become all that you need to be is financial intelligence, financial planning, financial discipline. And if you follow these 3 things, financial intelligence is just continue to learn. The day you stop learning, you start dying. Don't get to a point where you think you know it or no. Even me, I'm still in school. I'm learning every day. You learn, unlearn, and relearn. So number 1 is continue to learn. Attend all the seminars you can. Be a part of every tribe that's going to help keep you in. So financial intelligence. Number 2 is financial planning. Have a plan and review your plan annually, every 5 years, every 10 years, every season. Continue to review those plans. And then financial discipline, stay disciplined. And once you have identified what you need to do, which is make money, manage the money, then multiply the money. And as you continue in that trajectory, it's only a matter of time. So you are making money. How can I make more money? What other kind of money can I make? That's a continuum. Then manage money. How can I manage my money? How can I manage it more effectively? Then multiply money. So you make money by working, you manage money by budgeting, you multiply money by investing. So what can I invest into? Then you begin to look at different options. So let me do mutual fund, let me do treasury bills with this one, a percentage in this, a percent then, let me do cash here, so that I can maximize opportunity, let me do investing. Once you do that and you are consistent, it's only a matter of time. We're not talking of get rich quick scheme. It's slow and steady. The journey of 1,000 miles does not begin with a step. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step that is taken. Until you take the step, the journey
doesn't start.
I had to write those 3 things
So
down.
and just do that. And so don't be in a hurry. You just wake up one day and discover that 500,000 land is now 50 million.
Yeah, and I think it's very similar to like also like weight loss. Like even if you're trying to lose weight, you cannot wake up and lose weight.
People want that one, they will just say that crash it. Crash you.
Like I feel like we've been.
You did not gain it overnight. You can't gain it overnight. The way in is way out.
Like I just feel like society has just found a way to make things quicker, and in being quick, it doesn't then hold the value. It's not sustainable.
And then they don't tell you the dangers of those.
Yes.
Because everybody is just trying to sell something to you. And even the people that went to do surgery will tell you this is what I'm using now. You become influencer for fake products. Just to make money off people's gullibility.
Something else.
Honestly.
So my takeaways so far, first of all, well building takes time.
Yes.
Because every time you've spoken regarding yourself, regarding other people, it has always been about how they've applied
how long they were
their resources and time, right, to make things happen. You spoke time horizons like 12 years, 20 years, 25 years. And that's, you already answered this last question before I asked it, right? And it just dawned on me. Where you mentioned that, if someone looks at themselves and says, every year, from everything I earn, I'm able to put some money together, buy a plot of land every year, every 5 years,
or with
people.
Because the way the mind of people work, psychologically, people think of what they cannot achieve instead of pushing to achieve. So what you say, what does it mean? I say, just the talk. You know how much are there? We did 30,000, I go buy land. Because poverty is a spirit, it's a mindset, it's an habit, it's a lifestyle, it's a state. So the major poverty issue now in people's mind is a mindset issue. And ignorance is not a demon, you can't cast it out. So it's only knowledge. So if you cannot do it alone, do it with a group of people every year. So that means every year you are buying a land of 500 or 1 million. It may be 50,000 that is your own, but you own something. A percentage of that every year. So if you cannot do it alone, do it with others. But every year a plot of land, every 5 years a house.
Another takeaway for me is the fact is, this concept of fractional ownership. Really in Nigeria, many of us like to own our own thing. It's until recently that people started buying flats. Before now, everybody wants a detached house, my own compound. My own, but we need to, I think it's high time we
open our mind to fractional.
It's better to own 10% of a billion than to own 100% of 1,000.
So, Doctor, you're a prolific author. You've written quite a number of books on this subject. I'm asking for myself, for Norman, many other people who will be watching. What are your top 2 books that you'd recommend for people who are looking to, increase their knowledge in the area of wealth?
Okay, I've written over 100 books.
Wow.
I've written over 100 books. So the books I've written that is purely on wealth creation, School of Money, which is the Bible of wealth creation.
School of Money?
Yeah, how to create wealth as a career person. The secret of entrepreneurship. So how to understand the business of your career.
Okay.
Then the pathway to wealth, which is the first book I wrote, 2005, which is as a result of my own story by John Waterloo. That's the first book I wrote. And then 50 common money mistakes to avoid. And then how to create your success story. And then bridging the gap between the rich and the poor. And then how to increase your value in the marketplace. So all these books, You can just follow me on all my social media platforms. I have loaded thousands of videos on my YouTube channel at Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. You go to my website, olumideemmanuel.org/shop. You see all the books. They're on Amazon. They're on my website. You want e-copy. We have offices. I have offices in Nigeria, in South Africa, in London, in Italy, in Australia, in New York, in Houston, Atlanta, in Canada. We have offices, like 11 offices in Ghana. We have 11 offices all over the world.
Wow.
So you can contact us anywhere in the world. You get the material.
Wow.
You know, Doctor, I've been following you for a while, but you know, it has now dawned on me. Sitting with you it has really dawned on me why you really need to take this message everywhere.
Yeah.
This is the only thing that can make Africa become great.
Honestly. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, that mindset shift. You know, renewal in the way we think.
It's a mandate. I went on 2 global tours last year. And, you know, I saw a lot of time, like, wow. I went as far as Australia. I went to Australia for the first time last year. I'll be back next year again for one. They wanted me to come every day. I said, no. So next year again, we'll do a whole 6-city tour. So it's what we do now. So go teach my people word creation. Yeah. So, and now with the jackpot thing now, you now realize that we have a lot of Africans in Africa. I'm the global president of the Billionaires Conclave, and we have members in 26 countries on 6 continents.
Wow.
So it's really, it's a joy seeing people transform. And my joy is that I'm now seeing it produce results outside Nigeria. Yeah. So people are in the US that are now doing millions of dollars and they're like, wow, in the UK. And you're like, and because I remember in year 2000, a guy contacted me from Manchester, and it was one of those people that used to be at my singles conference in the 90s, the early 2000s. And he said, I've lost touch with you, that I just saw you again, that I used to come for your conference. All these things you are saying, you can't work in London. All these things you are saying, you can't work in London. I was on a TV program here in Nigeria, and somebody called and said, I respect you every time I listen to you. But these things cannot work in Nigeria.
Did you not come from Nigeria?
And I'm like, look, I'm from, and look, this lady next to me is a testimony. You hear her testimony, she's now doing billions, and she's here. I was telling you, so what are you talking about? Now, the guy that said he cannot work in London. So we finally met in late 2001. Yeah. I finally went, so he came for consulting. I said, sit down. Why do you say you cannot work? And I said, it's because you are trying to do it alone.
Yeah.
I said, that's it. You are trying to do it alone. I said, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with others. I said, let's do fractional. So he told me what he wanted to do. I said, look, do you have people that can give you £10,000? I said, all you need is 50 people. £10,000, you raise £500,000. Because he told me he needed 200,000. I said, you can raise 500,000. You can raise £1 million in 90 days. So the guy was like, I said, yeah, oh, Lord, I knew, family, that means you don't have integrity. I said, integrity is a capital. So I said, do you have integrity? You are not going to steal their money. I said, go ahead. And guess what? He got 23 people to give him £10,000 in less than 30 days.
Wow.
And he got £230,000. And they bought a land in Salford, which is just a little the outskirts of Manchester. They bought that land in the center of the city. As I'm speaking to you right now, that was 2021, just about 4 years ago. Those guys have done over £2 million now. And by the first year, they say he's now into drugs. Because when people don't know where you are doing, they say, this guy, what is he doing? I don't really know him, poor man, because they thought it is his money. But what he has done is, by the time they got the money, they bought that land. The land they bought for 200,000 is now over £500,000 in less than 4 years. Guess what? They were now doing approval. It took a while. By the time they did the approval for a 6-story to build on it, while the very week the approval came out, because people don't understand that there are cabals everywhere, there are gatekeepers. The very minute the approval came out, he got 3 calls in 1 week. Because there are people in the approval office that will be informing investor. The guy don't get approval. So they call the hello, we hear you just got an approval for guys that how we do here. I just connected. Say, so we are interested in that deal. Do you have the money already? We can bring the money.
Wow.
I'm telling you, another person called him, the same with 3 calls. He said, Baba, Onjeo. It's like, this thing, they work like fire. Another group called him and said they want to rent the entire 6 floors.
Whoa.
And pay him. And they want to take it over as apartments. They want to pay him for 5 years. And once you finish, you hand it over to us. Will that have happened if you didn't get in touch and do, if you wanted to carry 200,000 by himself? So this thing works anywhere. It's just to know if it's not working. There is a formula, there is a code you have not cracked. Once you crack the code, it will work. And I've done this thing all over. I've set up World Creation Network in the UK. There's a lady there in the UK now that has been doing this before I met her. She's going to have the first black-owned bank in the UK.
Wow.
They've done over £4 million. I've seen, we've done it in America. We are doing it in Nigeria through my mentoring platform. We started in Canada 2 years ago. They were having an issue, but last year they have stabilized. They're on their third property now. So this thing works. It works.
Dr. there are also Nigerians who like to invest in dollar-denominated investments. So to apply this, to maybe put funds together, own properties outside the country, how do you recommend they go about?
Okay, so now you don't need to contact me. You don't need to buy anything from me, because most of the time, when people hear you give them opportunity, they think, oh, you want to make money, you want to do marketing. No, you are not a fool. You have visa now.
Yeah.
Just go abroad. How much do they sell houses? Don't think mortgage. It's cash. So can I get? You can even Google it. It's not just Google it. Cheap properties in any state. You see the properties, and then you see the phone numbers of the agent. You call them by yourself. I say, okay, can you help me monitor buy this, want to buy it? And then you go through the process. So if they say, okay, the property is 200, look for people. They say it's 150, it's 100, 70,000, whatever. This is what I have done since 2008. So you can't tell me when we have over almost 49 properties. This year alone, we have done 6. So it's your life. You don't believe that's your business. So all you need to do is, I can guarantee you what I have done that is working, that has not failed. $100,000 can get you a property that will give you at least $1,000 every month.
It's true.
$100,000 cash, no mortgage, no nothing.
Yeah.
So with 100,000, 10 of you come together. You bring the 100,000. If you want us to help you, my office is in Atlanta. It's a registered US company. I won't collect any money. You talk to them, give you their number. You pay to the America. Everything is America. You pay the money, and then we get to the and we hand over the house to you in 90 days with a tenant.
Wow.
Because we buy in auction and foreclose. So we buy it,
Okay.
we now do it up. So we may buy for 50, 60, 70, do it up, and then make our profit. Then we hand over to you at 100,000 with a tenant. And then we hand you over to the agent, and then you take it from there. Our job is done. Every month you collect your 1,000 or 950, because agent will be collecting 30% every month. And that's it. So it's a simple formula that has not failed. So if you don't want to do it yourself, once you have visa, just go there, ask question, any state you think you want to do. But the issue of states, many people want to say, do you have it in New York? Do you have it in, it's not, it should be an investment. Must you live there?
Yeah.
I tell people, if not people on the island now living in Boycott, living in Gatehouse, they say they are Leke. I'm a Leke. They live for Gatehouse. When you could have been, you can have a whole house. Say, I can't do Dim, I can't do Egeda, I can't do Songo. Are you living there? Have a house in Songo, be collecting your own million per annum while you are here. So that if you have houses, I have a lot of people that live here, but they have houses in all those suburbs. The entire house, now 12 million, they finish up. Buy a whole house for 15 million, for 20 million. You collect 600 per annum. It may look small to you, but if you have 10 of that and you are living here, those houses will not remain like that. Where I am in Idimo, people used to run to Idimo, not because of anything, but because it's cheap property. So they can get a 2-bedroom flat for 250, 300. Now, 2 million. So imagine that you have 10 of that. 2 million times 10. So there is no village, there nowhere is far. Depends on where you are coming from.
To be quite honest, podcast is powered by MixtaAfrica, and we own a massive land bank that spans about 1,561 hectares in an area called Lagos Newtown. Is in Lakwe axis of Lagos. It's very fast developing, and back in 2012 when we launched our very first project, I think that was Beachwood Estate. Sites and services, we provided infrastructure and sold plots. People were buying plots for about 1 million naira. And today people are flipping their plot for 55 million naira. Just 12, 13 years after. So Lagos Newtown till today is still a very hot destination for investment capital. So even if you're not looking abroad, that's one area to look at. It's developments such as the Lekki Deep Seaport, the Coastal Road, all of these things are coming together to make that corridor really, really great for investment, and you can use that to position yourself, to position your future, to look much, much brighter. So, Doctor, thank you so much.
Honestly,
I've learned so much.
Just to lend my voice to that, we have some properties inside Lakwe.
Yes,
and because I'm on the board of different companies, and I can tell you for a fact that in fact, some of them now, we are now building
On
trying to
them,
now
yeah.
build, terrace,
Yeah.
16 terraces to now sell. And
Yeah.
so it's an opportunity that people should not miss.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Doctor. That was a very solid validation.
I'm a customer.
He has backed it up. He has backed it up. So no, but honestly, thank you so much, Dr. Emmanuel. Doctor, it has been insightful. It has been mind blowing. I'm here, like while you're talking, I'm writing. I'm going to my notes.
Honestly, I was taking
I'm
notes.
typing.
You need to pay.
We've just been. But we're so glad that we're fortunate to sit down with such a mind, honestly. And at the end of the day, like you said, Ben, biggest takeaway, and everything he has said has to do with mindset. It starts from the mind, and we're very grateful that you gave us the opportunity to